it do what it do. Let it do what it do, what it do.
I'm definitely face up boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'm up the level with them every time.
Shakur Stevenson!
I mean what I say, lines on the club.
Oh! Charlo just dropped moving with that sweeping right and goes down face first. It's over.
Hey. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the morning after show. Man, I am your host, KQKC Boxing Network. And let me bring up my co-host. I call him the Young G. I call him the debate guru. That's right. We talking about none other than Knockout Boxing 86 TB. What's going on, Knockout?
Good morning, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing just fine, man. Everything, and out of pain and everything, and just a waiting game now. So, but man,
Yeah.
we had a good night of boxing, man. We're gonna talk about that, and of course, a little news in the sport of boxing. We're gonna talk about
Yeah,
that.
man.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man. We got a lot to talk about, man. Salute to you. Salute to everybody in the chat. Boxing was lit last night. Just real quick. Shout out to Todd Draper with that 5-piece in the cash app. I appreciate you. And yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about. Got a lot of news to cover, man. You know, Shakur Stevenson out here turning down fights.
Yeah.
I talk
Yes,
about
sir.
that. Oscar De La Hoya said some things about Dana White we gotta talk about.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, man. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get the show going, man. I know you got to speak to the people. What's up to everybody? And salute to everybody. And let's get going, man. I'm ready.
Right. Shout out to Ty also in the cash app. Also, all right, and also shout out to Ty and a super chat. She said, "Happy Sunday to everybody." All right. Appreciate you, Ty. All right, yes, sir. All right, make sure y'all show us love. All right, hit the cash app. All right, yes, sir. Hit the cash app for us. All right, or hit the super chat. All right. Okay, we got all things up in here. What's going on? We got Dr. Marksons up in here. What's going on, Doc? All right, yes, sir. What's going on, the Queen Ty? All right. Who we got? My man, Radialistic Washington fan is up in here. What's going on? All right, yes, sir. Terrell Jackson. What's going on, TJ? How you feel? What's going on? Ghetto Fab too, baby. Yes, sir. Salute to you. Don Drickman. Yes, sir. What's going on with you, bro? All right, Young World. Oh, Young World over there in Brazil, baby. Yes, sir. Doing his thing. Wow. Yes, sir. We got my man Josh Sanders. It's the winning team is up in here. Oh, we got Banks Hayes is up in here. Howdy, you sir. All right, yes, sir. Who else we get up in here? We got That's Me. What's going on? He said, yo. Yes, sir. Cam Network. What's going on with you, Cam? All right, James Marshall. He's up in here. All right, we got OG. Walk. On water. All right. Walk on water, baby. Yes, sir. Okay, we got my man LaMarcus Robinson. Oh, once again, yes, sir. No other than Terrence Crawford, hometown. Yes, sir. We talking about D-Ray live on the drive, baby. From Omaha, Nebraska. And with that, that's all we got thus far. All right, let's get this party started. All right.
Yeah, man. Let's start with a fight, man. The heavyweights were in action in the afternoon. You were on the call. Philip Herovich defeated Slow Joe Joyce by unanimous decision. What you got on that fight, and what you got on what's next for both fighters after that fight, man? What you got on that?
Well, what I got was Joyce started off, man, fast, and I'm like, wow, did Joe get fast or did my mind get slower? I don't know, right? But he was, sticking the jab, coming straight forward and stepping on the gas a little bit. Then next thing you know, here come the old Joe. All right, start slowing down. And Hergovich took advantage of it. And we talking about straight rights. But Joe stood there like a G and took it. And Kate kept coming forward. But then he kept running out of gas. He got slower, and slower. So therefore, Herovich took advantage of that. He took advantage of it, and he pretty much started teeing off on Joyce. Now, of course, he came out with the victory on Herovich. But Herovich now, he revived his career a little bit now, and maybe he got another shot, and maybe, well, no, ain't no maybe. They probably will call him back, all right, for another great heavyweight fight. But Joe Joyce, I think he's at the end of his career now. I think that might be the second to the last fight of his career. I mean, he's in his late 30s now, and I can't see him changing up his style. He is strong, but he just couldn't put it all together. That's one fighter that started off good, which they all do, but he just couldn't put the fight. He just couldn't put it all together and make it last. You know, sometimes knockouts take a lot out of fighters, and you know, and that's what happened with, I think, Joe Joyce. So with that, that's all I have right now. All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to my dog LaMarcus Robinson with that 25 piece in the cash app. He say, for a great week of picks, my guy. I appreciate you putting me in on your money, LaMarcus. Thank you, man. Me and KQ we was talking about that shit off camera, man. Yeah, you know, we've been on the road. We got our last 20 right. We got all 7 right last week, and we got all 13 right this week, man. We trying to keep this thing going. You know, sometimes we get in our bag a little bit. We accurate all the time, but we can get in our bag, and we was in our bag this week. But yeah, like you said about Joe Joyce and Philip Herovich, man, the hand speed was the difference in that fight. They were throwing right hands at the same time. They were throwing the same punches. Both of them slow with their feet, slow with their head movement. But Philip Herovich clearly had the fastest hands, right? And he was able, and Joe Joyce, surprisingly to me, KQ, that man still showed a chin. Like I thought Zhilei Zhang might have broke his chin, might have cracked his chin after knocking him out 2 times, but he proved unless you like a 6'9", 280-pound Chinese dude, you can't do nothing with him. And so Philip Herovich beat him up. I thought he clearly won the fight. I thought the judges got it correct. He landed the cleaner shots. Joe Joyce was doing some good body work, but man, his face ain't never met a punch it didn't want to eat up. What? He want all the punches on his face. Everything on his just punch me, please. And I think OG, even though he showed a granite chin, this is how you get like brain damage and you get to stuttering and talking slow when you get in your 40s and 50s. The man 39 years old. He ain't never gonna be a world champion. He ain't never gonna be at the top of the division. Them dudes gonna be punching on him till he retire. He need to go to the Zone, go to Frank Warren, whoever he signed to, see if they just give him a commentator job, see if they just let him be an analyst or some shit. Maybe get in the gym, see if he can train somebody. Don't try to train him on speed though. He's the last person you go to for hand speed. Like, don't go to that nigga, bro. Don't go to him for no speed, bro. But maybe train him on strength. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what you did to get your chin. Get him some chin ups. You know what I'm talking about? Just train something. Do something else other than just continue to take punches over and over and over again, bro. As far as what's next, Philip Herovich is back on. He's back on track. Got him a W on short notice. Want to see him try to see if he can build off of that and see what's next for him. I think Philip Herovich, Zhilei Zhang rematch is a good fight. I think Philip Herovich, Martin Bacoli will be a good fight. Get him in there with maybe a Richard Torres, 2 prospects. Plenty of options for him to continue that rise back up after taking his first loss against Daniel Dubois. So we'll see what happens, but I thought it was a good fight, good heavyweight action. I like that they stayed active, but you can see them boys was sucking wind at the end of the fight. But hey, man, good fight. Philip Herovich clearly got the W to me. I thought the judges got it right. 97-93, 98-92 was about how I saw it. Maybe like you said, Joe Joyce, you can give him a couple of rounds early, but after that, Philip Hergovich's youth, his hand speed took over the fight and got him the victory. Last thing I'll say is it does look like Philip Hergovich's power might be a little bit overrated because with the shots he was hitting Joe Joyce with, you probably should have got a knockout, but he wasn't able to do it. So we'll see what happens next for both fighters. I'm calling on Joe Joyce to retire, and I'm calling on Philip Herovich to fight another top contender, top prospect like the names I mentioned. And that's all I got on the KQ. Do you have anything else on that fight?
No. I just want to shout out LaMarcus Robinson in the cash out. All right. and man, and he sharing, his winnings, and I got to get in on that. All right, I got to get in on it, man. Forget that. All right, I got to get in on it.
Yeah,
Get that.
yeah.
He spent that love, man. Oh man, so so it's all good. All right, but Joyce, I'm with you on that, man. It's no use to getting your brains beat out. This how fighters speech gets slurred.
Mm-hmm.
Like Drink More Water just said in the chat there. His brain damage. Might be already. Who knows?
Yeah.
But we won't know to once boxing's over with, and yeah, he's with Frank Warren. He's with Queensbury Promotions, and he can probably get a commentating job. Who knows? So
Yep. Yep.
yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
Another fight that I obviously want to cover is gonna be what happened with let's do the co-main event because obviously a lot of people want to hear about Abdullah Mason. So I'll let more people get in here. But before we do a news story, because I do want to get to a couple of stories. What do you have on Lindolfo Delgado versus Elvis Rodriguez, that co-main event for top rank at 140 pounds? I thought it was probably the most competitive, but also the most excuse me, sorry y'all. Apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was the most competitive fight, but also probably the least entertaining fight of the night. But Lindolfo Delgado got the edge over Elvis Rodriguez. It was a Freddie Roach versus Robert Garcia matchup, and Robert Garcia's fighter got the nod in that. What do you think of that fight, man? In your opinion, watching it and what's next for both guys?
Well, Elvis Rodriguez, I used to love to see him fight. And then he kind of fell off. He took a couple L's and everything, but Freddie Roach had him back on point last night. Now, only thing about it is he took too much punishment. Now, one thing about it, he did move and curl up with the high guard. That's where he fights with the high guard. Drop it, bring it back up, drop it, bring it back up, drop it. But Delgado, I mean, he just strong. He just strong, and he was countering him with lefts and rights. I mean, he was even breaking through the guard. Now, I'm not gonna say he on snack or nothing like that. What happened was it just was a close fight, and I think, in my opinion, that Rodriguez was getting more shots in and scoring with second chances than Delgado. Now, of course, Rodriguez did take a lot of punishment. If you look at his face and compare it to Delgado's face, it wasn't no comparison. But Rodriguez did fight a good fight. I mean, great range generalship. He picked up his feet. He was moving. He had the faster hands, and he had, like I said, second chances. And man, especially that ninth round. That ninth round, he hurt Delgado. Now, I know it don't make, that don't win fights, but I just never seen Rodriguez hurt, okay? But I did see Delgado hurt. He held on to the ropes. Now, that should have been a standing 8 count because the rope kind of hit him up, but the referee didn't call it, but what next for them, I would say Delgado going to keep moving on. And he gonna fight the next competition that they bring and put in front of him, But Elvis, I don't think he should give up. I think he should stay with Freddie Roach because Freddie Roach came this far with him, and he brought him all the way back, almost all the way back. So I think I still work with him, and let's see what else with Rodriguez. So he got one shot. He got one more shot, baby. All right. So he need to make it good. So that's what I think. Yeah.
Definitely. I'm glad you alluded to that. Definitely a missed call by the ref on that knockdown, and I definitely guarantee you won't see as much outrage about that missed call on the knockdown as you saw with the missed call in the Tank Davis Lamont Roach fight. And again, I'm gonna keep bringing stuff like that up just to let you know people don't truly care about the rules of boxing or a missed call that might change the outcome of the fight because the fight was close. It was a majority decision.
Yeah.
The referee rules that correctly. Elvis Rodriguez wins the fight. But I guarantee you, I 100% guarantee you, No one is going to speak on that. No one. You're not going to see videos. You won't see live streams about it because his name is Elvis Rodriguez and not
And not
Gervonta
Tank.
Tank Davis.
There
And
you go.
these fake fight fans don't truly care about the ref getting the right call. They just want it. They want it done when the outcome is not what they want the outcome to be. So I wanted to make sure I said that. But as far as the fight, I thought it was a lot of posing, a lot of both of them looking in the mirror. And I think they gave Delgado the nod because for the first 5-6 rounds, when you got two fighters that's not really doing nothing and one of them moving forward, a lot of times, you know how this go, they probably going to score that round to the guy that's being aggressive. Right. They're going to score that round to the guy that's trying to make the fight. And Elvis could have got on his jab. He could have worked his left hand more, and he didn't. When he started letting his hands go towards the back half of the fight, I thought he started kind of taking over the fight a little bit. But then in the 10th round, when everything's on the line and it's time to really, show who won, he didn't really do nothing. He continued to let Delgado be the one pressing the action. I think this was a clear indication of or a clear example, I should say, of two fighters that didn't do a whole lot in the fight, but the one that looked like he was the aggressor, the one that looked like he was trying to make the fight, is the one that the judges were giving those rounds to, and it showed in the scorecard. So as far as what's next, Elvis will get another opportunity. I don't know if Top Rank is going to drop him or not. If he does, he'll probably find a home on Pro Box TV because, Elvis was a Top Rank fighter. Then he went to the PBC for a little bit. Now he's back on Top Rank. So he keeps getting these opportunities. I don't know how many more he has left, but if Top Rank do drop him, my guess is he'll probably end up on Pro Box TV somewhere. Or maybe they'll sign him to Matchroom to put him in front of one of their champions or one of their top 140 pounders. I could see them, maybe he can get a Subriel Matias fight or something with the promotion that Subriel Matias is fighting under. I don't know, but definitely want to see Elvis in the ring. He's still young. He just got to learn to let his hands go more. And he got to quit posing so much and quit looking. All he's looking for is a check right hook. Looking for a check right hook the whole goddamn fight. You can't just always depend on being a counter puncher. Sometimes you got to learn to lead the action and let your hands go and create your own offense. For Landolfo Delgado, I'm officially out on him. I'm officially done with him. I think he's not going to be what they hyping him up to be. He's a good counter puncher, got some good power, but if you got some skills in front of him, if you got somebody that can really fight in front of him, I think he'll end up losing that fight as he continues to step up in the 140-pound division. So we'll see what's next for both of them. A very lackluster fight, to say the least, and one that I'm not too excited to watch again. So we'll see what's next for both of them. Do you got anything else on that fight, man?
No, but at the end, before we close, I want to comment on one of your videos. Okay, I had something to say about it. But go ahead, just keep going.
Which one? We can make that the next story. Which one?
Okay, well, you were talking about alluding to where the video where Tank supposed to be working with Turkey. And B Up did a video about it, and
we could talk about it. We could talk about it. So I'll preview it. So there's a thought that since Al Haymon is already working with Turkey Al Sheikh, then that gives Tank Davis no excuse to duck any fights anymore because Al Haymon's working with Turkey. So why can't Tank work with Turkey? So go ahead.
Yeah, no, what it is I've been telling you guys, blue blood too, all right? And I've been telling you guys, and I gave them a perfect example, Danny Jacobs, okay? Danny Jacobs fought for the zone, but he was a PBC fighter. This was like 3 years ago. And this been going on practically since PBC been in business. They always let their fighters go wherever they want to go. But you still got to pay Al Haymon, and he got to get his piece. It's always been like that. Why everybody now acting like there's something new? Why everybody now thinking that, Gervonta Davis worked for Turkey? No, and you're right. He don't let just anybody go over there and fight or go over there and fight, go over there and fight. No. Especially when you are bringing in revenue. Yep. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And you was right. When you sit there and compare Earl Spence to someone else like Estelina Laura. Okay, if you compare both of them, hey Laura, go ahead, you can fight over there, no problem. And then you got Earl Spence. He's staying at home. What he say? I'm always Al Heyman till I retire. Same way with Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz, he ain't gonna let him go nowhere. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. So I mean, I just don't understand Blue Blood and BF. It seems like they should know this. You've been watching boxing, or have you been hiding under the rug, or you got some kind of ulterior motive. It's something. But one thing about it is, I've been saying this for years and years, because everybody used to keep asking me, well, man, did Danny Jacobs leave Al Heyman? Then I had to explain it. I mean, this was like 3 years ago, and when I saw your video, I said, wait a minute, we've been talking about this for years. Why is they going back over this? And then when you said that, it seemed like we keep on repeating ourselves. Hell yeah, we look like we repeating ourselves. I mean, come on.
We're having the same boxing conversations. People are just changing their opinion based on who it is. And for those of y'all that didn't watch the video, my opinion on it is very simple. Al Heyman will send fighters over to other promoters when it makes business sense for them and when it makes business sense for their company. If you look through the years, the fighters that he's sent over, they all have one thing in common. They don't generate revenue, and they're not huge names, and they're not the A-sides in the fights that they're getting sent over in. So when you send Felix Diaz to top rank to fight Terrence Crawford, when you send Stephen Fulton to top rank to fight Monster in a way, when you send Edwin De Los Santos to top rank to fight Shakur Stevenson, when you send Pitbull and Rayo to Turkey to fight on the card, when you send Rolly over there on the Turkey card to fight Ryan Garcia, Carlos Adames to fight Shakur Stevenson, David Morrell to fight Hot Rod, all of those fighters are fighters that are either A, the B side, or B, they just don't generate revenue for PBC. So yes, go over there and get you a bag. Go over there and get your money. I'll work with you when it makes sense. But when it comes to the people that generate revenue for the company, like a Earl Spence, no Top Rank, we're not going to send him over there to fight Terrence Crawford. We're going to wait for Terrence Crawford to be free. We're going to try to make the fight ourselves because we have the guy that's more popular. We have the A side. We're in control of the division. We're in control of the belts. And it's going to run through us. And they end up making all the money off of it. Top Rank don't get nothing off that fight. You look at the case of Gervonta Tank Davis. He's everybody's biggest fight. He's the pay-per-view attraction out of everybody. Why would I send him to Turkey when he's everybody's biggest money fight? I don't need, if I'm Al Heyman, if I'm Premier Boxing Champions, if I'm Tank Davis, we don't need Turkey Al-Sheikh to make the Tank and Shakur Stevenson fight. We don't need Bob Arum to make the Tank and Loma fight, the Tank and whatever fight. It's going to run through us. And so we know that Turkey doesn't like doing stuff like that. He likes to be the one to put all the money up for the card. He likes to be the one to have the card on his DAZN network or whatever network he choosing to work with. He don't want nobody running shit. So why it makes no sense in Al Heyman's shoes, if you're in Premier Boxing Champion shoes, it makes no sense for you to work with Turkey with Gervonta Tank Davis because every fight that Turkey can try to make for Tank is already the biggest fight. And PBC already got a network. They already got money to put up for fights. So that doesn't make any sense. And so that's what I was trying to explain on that video. It's a boxing conversation that people like to have. And I think people are enamored with this money that Turkey is supposedly giving out when it looks like he ain't willing to give out that money no more. Just ask Shakur Stevenson, which we'll get to later in the show. But yeah, that's all, bro. I think when you look at guys like David Benavidez and guys like Tank Davis, it makes no sense for them to fight in Saudi Arabia. It makes no sense for them to go get someone else involved because now you're not making the money that you could make off of them because if you send those fighters to Turkey, you get a percentage of the purse if you Al Heyman and PBC, but you don't get none of that pay-per-view money. You don't get none of that gate money or whatever. That's why they would rather make the fights themselves, bro. It just don't make no sense. So that's all I got on it, man. I think it's a fun conversation to have. And again, salute to BFTB for starting that conversation and being the one that started that opinion. And he influenced Blue Blood to get behind him and try to have the same opinion. But if anybody wants to know where that started from my brother BFTB, and Blue Blood just copied them and did a video off of it and did a live stream off of it. So go subscribe to BF and go check out his channel and go listen to that video. Don't worry about different opinions or whatever like that. But it's one of those things, KQ, where you could tell that it's all about, pushing for Turkey, pushing for a certain narrative or whatever for a lot of people, and while some people are just giving their honest opinion. So it is what it is, man. That's all I got, bro.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Blue Blood is good for that. This is KQ talking, not Knockout. Blue Blood good for that. Like he used to take everything Boston content and make it his own. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Now, shout out to Big Dog Willie in the Cash App, the $2 holler, baby. Yes, sir. He said hell, grease, tanks, kryptonite. All right.
I wouldn't really be talking about Tank right now because Shakur Stevenson out here turning down fights and shit. But don't worry, we'll get that Big Dog Willie. Just stay right where you at, man. Stay right where you at, because you talking that Tank, you talking that hair grease shit. Looks like Williams Zepeda might be Shakur's kryptonite. Every time it's a big fight coming up, you notice how Shakur always got a problem. Don't worry, bro. We'll talk about it, because Williams Zepeda might be his kryptonite. That boy. Hey, now all of a sudden he got to go back to Oscar De La Hoya and negotiate some shit y'all said he didn't have to do because he was the champion. Don't worry, I promise. Just stay right where you at, dog. Just stay right where you at. We're gonna get there, man.
Man, crucial content too, baby, in that Cash App. All right, I appreciate you. All right,
yeah, for sure, man.
Okay, yes, sir. All right. Let's open.
Oh man, hold on. Yeah, shout out to oh yeah, that's Crucial Content, man. Shout out to my dog Crucial Content with the 5-piece. No Business Cash. He says, stop hating on Jerron. And he says, stop hating on Boots. Ain't nobody hating on Boots, man. I love Boots. He's got a fight coming up this week. We'll probably preview it throughout the show, man. Listen, man. Let's talk about Abdullah Mason, man. I thought Abdullah Mason got the job done last night. Got the stoppage. Dude didn't come out for the 7th round. And Abdullah Mason continues to be on the rise. He's now 18-0 with 16 knockouts, doing everything in impression fashion. What did you think of his performance last night against what's the guy name? Or Neelas, whatever his name was. What'd you think of the young king Abdullah Mason on his 21st birthday getting that stoppage, man?
Man, Abdullah Mason, this wasn't been a step-up fight for him, actually. This wasn't been a step-up fight. He fought 10 rounds. It's supposed to went 10 rounds. And he had to make some adjustments last night. This is why I tell everyone, I said last night, that Abdullah is more mature than most fighters his age or older right now. If you sit down and talk to Abdullah Mason, you're sweeping down. You're talking to a grown man your age. But he had to make some adjustments last night. Why? Because the fighter, Ennis, was so short that he had to make adjustments to get down and throw low. So that's why you saw him getting down small and trying to tighten up his punches. And that's what he was saying, that he had to stay tight and close. And that's what he was doing. And he did it. Now, a lot of people don't have that ring IQ like that. You only come around once in a few fighters. So what he did was he made some adjustments, and they worked. And he sit down on his punches at the same time. He wanted to get him out of there as soon as possible. Because one thing about it, if a fly is in your face, you want that fly out of your face. You're going to swap it or you kill it or whatever, right? Well, that's what Abdullah Mason did last night. Ennis was all, taking the punches, but still he got up. And then, of course, Abdullah went on and set down his punches harder and made sure he don't get up. So he forced the hand in the corner to stop that fight. So, shout out to him. And I think he's going to be a bad boy. Now, he said that his weight is comfortable making that weight. This was after the ESPN card went off. I was looking at the after show. And he said he was comfortable making the weight. But still in all, he still had to get down to that weight. But he's still growing. He's still growing as a young man. He's only 21 now. And so he's still growing. He's not like Tank. Tank is going to be that size for the rest of his life. Now, but Abdullah Mason got a lot of growing still to do, at least to 25. So what he did last night is nothing different than he always do. I can't see anything that he did wrong. But he took every fight seriously, and I like it. He don't slack up because it's this fighter or this fighter got a bad record. He fight every fighter the same way, and I like it. So I come the young phenom. All right, the young phenom man is gonna be something else once he get older. Well, hell, he's something else right now. But I'm giving him another year. I'd like to see him step up some more. So
yeah, he fighting 10 rounders now. As far as Abdullah Mason, as somebody that's really a huge fan of him, I follow his career closely. I watch all his fights. Hell, I don't watch a lot of his fights multiple times. And he looked tight and he looked dry and it looked like it was hard for him to sweat. And I know he said making the weight is not an issue, but he had to strip naked and he had to try to make it on 2 attempts. And like you said, he's growing. I think he hit it very well because he's so good. But I think that weight cut, I think it was hard on him, man. It looked like it was hard on him. And I think that's why he looked tight. That's why he was trying to loosen up his arms or whatever. It took him a few rounds to start sweating. Because when you cut weight and it's hard to cut weight and you got to get all that up out your body just to make weight, bro, it's gonna be hard for you to sweat because you ain't got no fluids in your body no more. Like it's hard out there. So I thought that was the reason for his tightness early in the fight. And then watching him fight, what I do like is it looked like his daddy really know his boxing. It looked like his daddy really know his son's weaknesses and his flaws. I saw him getting on him to hold the phone and keep his right hand up to watch out for that left hook, which seems to be his only weakness right now. I like that, how stern he was. In the fight that Abdullah Mason was clearly winning, clearly dominating. He put the dude down multiple times. His dad is still over there being a stern trainer, letting him know what he's doing wrong, making him work on stuff, making him put that work in. As long as he can keep that type of kind of voice in his ear, and as long as Abdullah Mason continues to stay level-headed, not get arrogant and listen, he's gonna continue to get better and better and better. Now, things I did like about the performance, I like that I know he can lower his shots when fighting a smaller fighter. I like that I know now he can cut off the ring when the guy's trying to move around on him. He got some experience against the southpaw. And again, man, at 21 years old, he keeps getting these valuable lessons, valuable experiences. By the time he gets ready to fight these other dudes that's supposed to be champions, supposed to be at the top, it's gonna be problems, man. It's gonna be problems. Now, is it time for him to move up? Is it time for him to get to 140? I would say probably he probably got like another year, maybe 18 months making 135 pounds, and then it's gonna become real uncomfortable in my opinion. So I think that he should they need to fast track him, man. Put him in that WBO. He's already top 10 in the WBC. Put him in position to make one of them champions, either fight him or vacate. Because I guarantee you this, KQ, dudes ain't gonna want to miss out on the Tank Davis sweepstakes by fighting Abdullah Mason. So you put him in number. You get him if you top rank. You get him to number 1 at the WBO. You get him to number 1 at the WBC. Them champions is gonna be like, shit, I can't mess this up on him. I'm about to move up to 140. I need a Tank fight or something because so he gotta do that, man. He gotta. They need to start fast tracking him, like you said. He had his 10 round fight in this one, and just so everybody knows what's next, he is supposed to be fighting. They already got the fight done with Giovanni Cabrera. Ooh. Giovanni Cabrera had an injury, an eye injury or elbow injury or something, and he had to pull out, and so they got this guy to replace him. If you notice, what was this guy? And this is how I need y'all to understand how matchmaking work and understand what promoters are thinking, right? What did this guy do? He's a southpaw. Giovanni Cabrera is a southpaw. What does this guy try to do? Move around the ring, boxing move. What does Giovanni Cabrera try to do? Move around the ring, boxing move. What did this guy have? He had some awkward head movement and shit that Abdullah Mason had to figure out. Giovanni Cabrera gonna have some awkward head movement with him. So this was a good preparation fight for his next fight. It'll be Giovanni Cabrera. They're just trying to decide whether or not it's gonna be on the undercard or whether or not they're gonna let Abdullah Mason get his first kind of headline fight in Ohio or something, to kind of, you know, to have a homecoming fight in Ohio. So that's what's supposed to be next for him. We'll see if that comes to fruition. But Giovanni Cabrera is looking like the next opponent in a 10-round fight for Abdullah Mason. I like the fight. Giovanni Cabrera, after what happened with him in Pitbull, it's a good stepping stone to see what Abdullah Mason really is like. So that's what's supposed to be next. But I can't wait to see this young man continue his career. I love the dedication. I love the I love the ability. And at least he ain't Samson out here. You know what I'm saying? Samson lost his hair and lost all his goddamn strength. Abdullah Mason lost his hair and he's still knocking shit out. So we good on that front. When I saw him, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like that, KQ. When I saw he had the haircut and shit, and I saw the waves and shit, I like, bro. Bro. Oh man, why you cut your hair, man? I hope this shit don't backfire. But he got through it and he got the stoppage. And so we'll see what's next. But nasty jab, nasty straight left hand. The punch placement and accuracy is great. The mean intentions are there. And like Drink More Water said, I read it earlier in the chat, even though I didn't comment on it. And Drink More Water is 1,000% correct. All we need, and Ty Drake for this too, on what she said. The two things I just want to see the man continue to work on in the gym, continue to work on bringing that right hand back where it's supposed to be, holding that phone.
Yeah.
And change up the speed on your shots, bro. Change up the speed on your shots. Throw some throwaway shots, a throwaway jab, a throwaway hook so you can really get that uppercut you want. You know, throw away left hand so you can really get that right hook that you want. Work on that a little bit at different tempos. Hold the phone a little bit better. And that boy he already is close to a finished product as you can be, but he'll get even better. Those are the two things I like to see him work on. His offense already nasty. If he start being able to change up the speed of his shots and start throwing throwaway shots to get the shot that he really wants, that boy gonna be even nastier because the timing and counter punching is already there. You start opening guys up with different speeds and throwing a jab when you really want to land the left hand, or throwing a left hand when you really want to land the right hook, or throwing a throwaway right hook when you really want to put somebody's head in position for an uppercut, boy, you're gonna be even nastier. So though that's my thoughts on it, man. I thought he fought great, got the stoppage, did his thing. He on to the next. I tell you what, he looked more impressive than a lot of, and I'll end it with this, KQ. He looked more impressive against this level of competition than a lot of your favorite fighters looked against this level of competition. You know, some guys going the distance, some guys not, you know what I'm saying, barely winning, barely doing their thing. He's stepping on everything they put in front of him, bro. Every single thing they put in front of him, he's stepping on it straight up. And that's a lot. That's a lot better than what you can say about a lot of your favorite fighters. And that's all I got on the fight, KQ.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we got Real Deal in the super chat. He said these ninjas, I guess, can't double fist Shakur and Turkey anymore. They're going to have to pick one.
Facts. All facts.
All right.
All
I
think you got another one, man.
I got another. I think I got Big Dog Willie in the $2 holler again. He said Bill Haney is a better coach than Abdullah Mason dad. Facts. Okay.
Shit, no. Well, you could just tell by the talent level. The hell you mean? Look at this young man at 21 years old compared. Like, come on, man. He at 135 stepping on shit. He ain't going the distance with motherfuckers and struggling and shit. Nah, bro. He getting people to fuck up out of there, man. The talent gap between the two is way too wide for you to think that, man. Go ahead, KQ. My bad.
No, I just want to say, appreciate you, Kurt Hurd, becoming a member of the channel. All right, yes, sir. Okay, all right.
100%.
Okay,
100%.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let's get to some news. So Shakur Stevenson, man. Oh, Shakur, pay me Stevenson. Shakur, where my money at, Stevenson? This is what happened. So KQ, Oscar De La Hoya said, yo, after all that shit talking, Shakur Stevenson done ducked the fight. Shakur Stevenson heard about this, and this is what he had to say, man. This is what happened. So Oscar De La Hoya says, after all that S talking, Shakur Stevenson pulls out of the fight. Shakur Stevenson comes back, and he says, hold on, let me find it.
Now to come back.
He says, is that what they told you? Turkey promised me a number, and now he going way back on that number that he promised me and sending his towel boys to run me the info instead of telling me straight up what he trying to do. I don't bow down to nobody. Mr. De La Hoya now, let's negotiate. Then, hold on, let me find it. I'll find it. Then he said, crazy thing is, on my soul, I would cook dude so badly he's a mismatch. I want this fight so bad that these dudes want to take advantage of me by giving me way less than I got for Padley just because they know how bad I want it. Then he says, oh yeah, and I'm not done negotiating because one thing about it, I'm the champ. So whether the fight gets done with these people or not, I'm stepping on dude. Real men stand up, never bow down to nobody but the creator. What do you think of Shakur Stevenson turning down Turkey's offer? And now he wants to negotiate with Oscar De La Hoya. What do you think of Shakur, man?
Well, first of all, don't say that again, Shakur. Real men stand up, this and that, because you ain't standing up to Turkey. You didn't stand up to Turkey. You sit there and bow down. Matter of fact, I think you kissed the ring not once but twice. So leave that for the birds. Number two, your performance has a lot to do with your pay. Your performance with Padley, an electrician that took a leave of absence to fight you. He went the distance. He went the distance with you. You did not perform no way, shape, or form better than any other fight. You didn't step it up. You didn't do no showboat. I mean, you didn't do anything that made him different from your other opponents. That can have something to do with it. A lot of things play a part in your performance and your pay. And also, don't forget, Turkey is full of shit. Turkey always have been full of shit. So therefore, you might get something, you might not. The only thing I can say with Turkey, you gotta have to wait and see what happens. That's the type of guy he is. That's the type of guy he wants to be. See, one thing about a dictator dictates exactly what you're going to get, when you're going to get it, and if you're going to get it. So Shakur Stevenson, your work's supposed to speak for itself. It's no way that you should not be a bigger star than you are if you're going by what people are saying. Yes, your defense is good. Your defense is impeccable. But what about the offense? What about the crowd pleasing? But when you say F the crowd, then things like this happens. So I'm not saying it's karma or anything like that, but you gotta take it for what it's worth. So therefore, Padley, he got a contract out of it. All right. Now, what did you get out of it? Nothing but a win. That's it. So so now Shakur Stevenson expect a bag, which everybody ran over there, and I told everybody this was gonna happen. Everybody ran over there thinking they're gonna get more than what they are worth, and which they did. Some of them did, and some didn't. It depends on Turkey like you or not. Look at Devin Haney. He's all the way down at the bottom down there. I can't even find him on the. But still in all, I mean, Shakur, good fighter. Now, I think you need to move on into someone that's gonna appreciate you, appreciate your skill set. But first, you're gonna have to be fan friendly. Just because Terrence Crawford got all the accolades, and stop letting Terrence Crawford tell you what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. All right, you got a baby, you got a wife, you got your own mindset. So you don't have to do everything he tell you to do, like F the crowd. See, that's why Terrence Crawford got all the accolades, but cannot sell bingo. All right, cannot sell no one ticket to bingo. So, but that's his Achilles heel. But that's Terrence. What about you? Now, when you say you're not gonna fight your friend, all right, your brother, that makes you look bad. That makes you look bad. Damn Haynes trying to sue. That made him look bad. So listen, you're going to have to step it up, and you're going to have to be a fan-friendly fighter, and you can't say F the fans, because the fans are the ones that make you popular. I mean, I'm just being honest here. The fans are one that makes your name ring out. So I mean, Shakur a good fighter, and Turkey took advantage of you, and sometimes you just gotta reap what you sow. So it is what it is. So now, knockout, Shakur Stevens gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Who really wants him? Where will he go from now? All right. Of course, Oscar is in Turkey pocket. Then you got Eddie. He's in his pocket because Turkey, the zone went broke. So where do he go now? What on PBC? So that's the thing about it. PBC, no. Guess what? He going to go somewhere where he gonna have to take a pay cut. He going to take a pay cut. He's not gonna get that big fight he wanted. You know what? He could have if he would have fought Javante Davis, because he admitted that he did receive the contract, but he didn't get it directly. So hey, but I don't know. I can't even answer you right now on that one. I don't know where he go from here. Whoever pick him up, all right. He's like a free agent out there, right? He's like a draft pick, a number draft an 11th pick or something like that, So I don't know what else to say, That's all I got to say about it, man.
Yeah, so it's a lot to say, and I'm gonna focus on Shakur Stevenson side of this. Then I want to ask you about Turkey side of this, because I think I think it's fascinating what's going on to cover both sides. But first, on the Shakur Stevenson side, this all goes back to signing to Matchroom, right? Why isn't Eddie the one making offers for this fight? Why does it have to be Turkey making offers for this fight? First thing I thought about when I read this back and forth, and I read what Shakur Stevenson had to say. Number two, your stock continues to drop. This is what happens when you allow people to put you on undercards. When you allow people to put you in a position to where they can say you didn't sell shit, right? And then you got to look at the lay of the land. You know why your offer is getting less? Because Turkey running out of fucking money, and they pulling the reins back on his head. You know why your offer is getting less? Because your big brother Bud Crawford is about to get overpaid for this Canelo Alvarez fight, and he just signed Canelo to a 4-fight deal that he's gonna lose millions and millions and millions of dollars on. So your offer's getting less because you just a peon in the game that Turkey is playing, and so that's why your offer is getting less. But for Shakur Stevenson, I continue to say, how bad do he really want these fights that his fans claim he won't? Because it seems like every time he's given an opportunity for a huge big fight, that's a huge legacy fight, from Devin Haney to this fight with Zepeda, money always becomes an issue. It's always about my worth. It's always about the money that I can make. And I would just ask, is that 5-fight deal from Top Rank worth $3 million a fight? Is that still a low ball? Is that still a low ball offer to him? Because shit's looking bleak. And let me just offer up some advice, bro. The idea of going to purse bid for Shakur Stevenson, don't do that to yourself. You're going to be very disappointed in the bid. Don't do that to yourself, bro. Do not go to purse bid with Williams and Pater, bro, because you're going to be surprised at the number of people that bid on that fight and the number that you get. Just ask Devin Haney, bro. Ask Devin Haney how that Sandor Martin purse bid went, bro. And Devin Haney was coming off of a pay-per-view with Ryan Garcia. He was coming off a pay-per-view with Ryan Garcia. So for Shakur Stevenson, at what point, bro, are you gonna put the fight above? Oh, I'm worth this. Oh, this is a low ball. Oh, I deserve this. I deserve that. At what point are you gonna just take the fight? You say he easy work. You say it's a mismatch. You know what it'll do for your career. You know it'll help your name. You know it'll help your marketability. At what point do you just take the fight, cook this dude, and get out of that contract? You got one fight left on this contract. What's wrong with taking this fight, beating his ass since the fight's on the table for you, and then going on about your business since you claim you only got one fight left on your contract with Eddie Hearn? Like, what's the problem, bro? What's the issue? What's the deal? Fight offers change all the time. Maybe he was offering you that because he thought he might put you on the main event. Maybe you're getting less money now because the only spot he got for you is on the undercard. And you and Williams and Pater on the undercard, you're not going to get as much money as you would get as a main event fighter. Man. I don't know why, but all I know is every single time it's a big fight. Every time so far, it was some Devin Haney shit, and now some Williams and Pater shit. Every time, some bullshit is in the game, and it always becomes hard to make. And he meant it when he said hashtag chasing the bag. He went to Eddie Hearn in Matchroom because he thought he was getting a certain bag, thought he was getting a certain amount of money.
Right.
So what are we doing with him, bro? Like, you ducking, fam. That's all we can say. You ducking right now. All this negotiation shit, you're not negotiating from a spot of power. Turkey know you need him. He know Eddie Hearn ain't got no money for you. He know Oscar De La Hoya ain't got no money for him. They turn their companies over to you. And now you did all this. Oh, Oscar just mad. I don't want to go to him. Oscar De La Hoya just pissed off. I don't want to go to him. I signed with Eddie, so he mad or whatever. Now you asking Oscar De La Hoya to negotiate with you, or you might go to purse bid. And when you go to purse bid and don't nobody bid on your fight, and it's less than what you getting from Turkey, what you gonna do? Drop your belt and pull out? You got nothing better right now, bro. And this is what the hell happened when you go over there and you sell your soul to them goddamn dictators, man. This is what happened. Now you over there. Now you feel played and shit. Now you feeling played and shit. OKO tried to tell these people this long ass time ago. KQ, they ain't want to listen to me though.
I know. Yeah.
They ain't want to listen to me though. Oh, you just hating on Shakur. You just don't like Shakur. You just want to see Shakur do this. He's the champion. Why should he have to do that? He's the champion. Why should he have to do that? Ain't it looking like he gonna have to do every fucking thing I told y'all he was gonna have to do the whole goddamn time? Yeah. He don't have to negotiate with Williams or Pater. You sure? He don't have to negotiate with Oscar De La Hoya. Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you sure? Turkey got the bag. That's a powerful team. Turkey, Eddie Hearn, Shakur Stevenson, Jay Prince. That's gonna be powerful. That's the best team in boxing. Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you 100% sure today, this morning? At 9 a.m., 10 a.m. on April the 6th, 2025. Are you sure? Because it's looking like shit is crumbling and falling apart over there. So, Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, you got the fight on the table. It's a big fight for you. The respect and the flexibility you would get from winning this fight knows no bounds, right? You get an opportunity to get your bag. You say it's an easy fight. You fight Williams and Pater. That exercises your mandatory. Now you're free to make a voluntary defense. You're free to unify without a mandatory hanging over your head. Take the fight, bro. And don't let it go to purse bid, because you really don't want your fans. Because I'm telling you, guys like Sir Senior, who only likes Shakur Stevenson because Shakur Stevenson is Bud Crawford's son. Guys like Big Dog Willie, who really is a Shakur Stevenson fan. You don't want them to really find out your market value. Right now they feel like they got a little something going on, right? But if you take this shit to purse bid with Williams and Pater and people truly find out your market value, shit gonna get spooky for you. It's gonna get real ugly around here, bro. Because it's gonna be lower than a lot of y'all think. Coming off of undercards and shit. It's gonna be lower. They might bid like $2 million. Somebody gonna bid like $2 million on that fight. $3 million on that fight. And now you only get like 1.5 or some shit. And Zapata getting like $1 million. Bro, that bid is gonna be trash. Don't take that shit to purse bid. You better take that goddamn offer. Because now it's gonna go to purse bid and you're gonna be like, damn, I gotta take this 1.5 million. They know my market value, or I can drop this belt. Y'all better stop. You better take that fight. You're gonna be the hot cocoa again. You're gonna be the cocoa melon again. People gonna really see your ass been getting overpaid. This is what happened when you overpay these fighters. They become prima donnas and divas, and now he about to miss out on the opportunity. That's all I got on Shakur, man. You got anything else on him?
I'm just laughing because these guys, they ran over there. The ones that could not sell over here. And I mean, it's just common sense. We all know who all went over there and why they went over there, and except for Canelo, So I mean, it's just funny now that you said it, I said it, Fanon said it, we all said it. I'm quite sure some more that it wasn't gonna last. And now that public investment fund is way down now. It's down like under like billions of dollars now. Now it's cutting short now. Now it's time to cut some corners. So who we gonna cut the corners on? Who is not less productive? Who is not worth as much to us as they think they are? All right, and Shakur. And then of course now he's not getting what he wants. All right. So I mean, it is what it is, and now Roosters came home to roost. That's all I can say. So that's all I got. I got to drink more water in that super chat. He said, I didn't see the fight, but I heard Javala looks shaky versus a scrub. A tuna would have made short work of Buddy.
Yeah, he didn't look his best, Drink. He didn't look his best. He clearly won the fight. He knocked the dude down, but he didn't let his hands go. He was grappling. He was doing that jab, straight left hand, grab. Jab, straight left hand, grab. Jab, straight left hand, grab. You know what I mean? He didn't let his hands go. He didn't look good in that fight, straight up. You got another one right above that comment you on, KQ.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay. No, it didn't show up. Hold on.
The one for Ty Drakeford.
Yeah.
Right above the one you got highlighted right now.
Okay, hold on. I get it. Where you at? Okay. Don't see it. Hold on. I know I just seen it.
It was right above the one that you just had highlighted.
Right. Okay, there we go. All right. Ty, what's going on in the super chat? Do we have time for Tszyu tweet and delete? Okay.
Yeah, we can talk. We can talk about it real quick. So did you see it, KQ?
No, I didn't. Okay, man, Ty up on it. Wow, I love women that talk about.
Okay, so yeah, so Teofimo. So Teofimo Lopez, he criticized Turkey in a tweet saying that the promotion for his upcoming card for the Fatal Fury card been trash, been garbage or whatever. Then he deleted that shit quick than a mug, and then he put up that the promotion has been great. Like he had got a phone call, like to take that shit down or whatever. Like the Saudi Arabians called him and said, "Man, you better take that shit down right now." And he took it down and he reversed course and changed course. And now you can't see his comments on none of the stuff that he had been writing on Instagram or whatever. All that shit disappeared. So what do you think happened there, man? Why you think Tszyu had to change it up, man?
First of all, he got a call, and you know what? He's not lying. Because Turkey, like I told everyone, he picks and chooses who he like, who he don't like, who he want to see, who he don't want to see. And that's when you all, oh man, he bringing fights we want to see. No, it's because we boxing fans, we like boxing, but he picking out fights and making fights happen that he wants to see. And then he picked out his favorite fighter or a fighter that he liked. Like he liked Ryan Garcia. Why you think Ryan Garcia wasn't on that coach public airplane? Ryan Garcia was on a private flight. He was on a private plane, right? But Tszyu and Devin, they was on coach, right? Wow. Yes, sir. So Turkey said, hey, man, listen, just like your video, man, if you ain't worth nothing to him, so he don't really care about you, right? All right, here you go. You got two.
They say Devin and Tszyu was on Spirit Airlines, man. He ain't get him Southwest, dog. He ain't get him American Airlines. They ain't fly Delta. Them motherfuckers flying Spirit, nigga.
Man, and I'm talking about, we're not talking about millionaires here, right? At least, Devin, millionaire, according to his father and everything. And, and you over there sitting next to a big guy, don't even know who the hell you are, right? And then Tszyu across the aisle over there, hey, Devin. You can't write this shit, right? Turkey now is about to say, you know what? F y'all.
Oh, my God, bro.
Man, and Turkey said, hey, look, I use you, but guess what? I got a day to white.
Oh, Oscar did like that.
Oh, wow.
They charge him $140 a piece for them carry-ons and shit. Spirit don't play. Spirit don't play by them carry-ons. Turkey said, I get your ticket, but you got to pay for your own bags. And them boys playing $140 a piece for them carry-ons.
It then go Ryan. Ryan, who hitting the card, right?
Ryan eating steak. Ryan eating steak on the flight and shit, flying first class. Had him some red wine and shit. Little mashed potatoes, extra gravy and
Man,
shit. Come
when I
on,
saw that,
man.
man, I was cracking up, man. I said, did he holler across the
Nah.
aisle or the plate?
That's some shit I do. That's some shit I do with my kids. You know, I'm father of 3. You know, got the wife. We
Yeah.
take a trip. I'm sitting next to the wife. Hey, yo, Jada, put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on over there. I yell across the aisle and shit, man. Them supposed to be millionaires, man.
Right.
Them supposed to be
That's what I'm saying.
millionaires. Put the get your feet off that person's chair over there, Trey. This nigga, these
Hey,
niggas yelling
Devin.
across the aisle and shit.
Hey,
That's crazy.
Devin. Hey, Devin.
Oh, that's
Damn.
tough. Fuck around. Hey, on some real ish though. Mess around with Tszyu and Devin and Ryan and shit. They start getting these numbers from these cards or whatever. This Canelo card, like, bro, they start losing. Like, you understand how much money he gonna lose Cinco de Mayo with that Times Square card and that Canelo card?
Yep. A
Man,
lot.
Crawford fans better hope that fight still happen. Cause they pulling back the reins on that boy. They told that boy, look, you can only offer Shakur Stevenson $500,000.
Man.
You can only offer Shakur Stevenson less money for a bigger fight. Cause nigga, no, you paying all this money to these fights. Y'all better, like I said, when the news came out about TKO and they promotions and shit. I hope that all these fights that he got planned or whatever, I still hope they happen. Because I wouldn't be surprised if cards don't start getting canceled. But go ahead and catch your super chats, KQ.
Yeah. You know, I mean, sometimes, you know, you just got to understand, you know, we got to, I'll explain it. But Big Dog Willie, Hair Grease Willie, he said, KO and I are an agreement. Shakur should never sign with Matchroom. That was a mistake. Yeah, that pissed me off. My brother KO can be right twice like a clock. All right.
Nah,
Yes,
whatever.
sir. Heard that. Yes, sir. And we got Brashley McClendon. All right, what's going on, brother? Yes, sir. After Shakur got online saying he don't bow down to no one, he might not want Turkey money because it's definitely going to be debated by decision in Saudi. Yes. Now, I want to answer that real fast. You know,
Go ahead, because he hit the nail on the head. Go ahead.
Exactly. Take Tank Davis, for instance. All right. Tank go over there and say, okay, break down Turkey, make him an offer. He can't refuse. Right. But it's not guaranteed that he's going to win. Okay. Even though he put on a dominant performance and he got the most punches in and the complete box, everything is in his favor. But it's up to Turkey if he wants you to win or not. If he like you, you're going to win. If what's Sherrod? All right, like Shabbat.
Yeah, just ask Carlos Adames. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, you taking a chance. So why take a chance 2 days away, fly 2 days away to go over there and put a dent in your record? You know, when you can do that at home anyway, regardless. You know, so but over there it's a sure thing. Okay, he's a human being. If he said, "Hey, look, I want the other guy to win," okay, and there you go. So be it. Now I know it don't sound right. I know who would do that, KQ. Who would jeopardize? Let me tell you something. He's not in this country. They have their own rules for doing things over there. They have their own rules and way of they doing thing. The boxing commission, they go by the UK boxing commission. All right. So, but yeah, you hit that right on the head, Brashley. All right. Yes, sir. No doubt about that.
Yeah, and when you look at the options now, none of them are good for Shakur. So now you insulted Turkey. So you come back and you actually take his offer, right? And you got to worry about being on one of his cards and him wanting Golden Boy fighter to win because he got more ties to Golden Boy and he ain't got no ties to you. Or you got to go to fucking Oscar De La Hoya and make the fight. We know who Oscar De La Hoya wants to win. So you between the rock and a hard place there, or you let the shit go to purse bid, and now the people that you trying to negotiate with, me and Tank is the biggest fight in boxing. I'm about to be a free agent. Bob Arum got to pay me right now. They see what everybody else is really willing to pay you, and now you take a hit that way. So it's like no matter what you do, you messed up, and that's why that decision in his first free agency is coming back to hunt him, man. Like it's not turning out good. So it's a lot of things to talk about there. I do want to talk about the fights though. We can get back to the fights or whatever, but
let me grab this super chat real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Damon Webster, what's going on, DW? Yes, sir. He said when Shakur gets his money, he's going to make all his haters eat that crow. And I'll be here Sunday morning to rub it in. Okay, when he get his money. Okay, all right. Well, he should have been got his money. But okay, all right. No,
it ain't just about getting money. It's certain people that you don't insult publicly like that. He should have done that shit. He should have done that shit behind closed doors if he was trying to negotiate. You don't negotiate in the public. You start rubbing people the wrong way. And Turkey's ego is not the type of ego that can take being rubbed the wrong way publicly like that. So he'll be lucky. Like I don't even know if he'll get another offer from Turkey after how he went at Turkey the first time. Secondly, if he does get the fight done and he gets his money now, you know how corrupt boxing is. Motherfuckers will pay you back by putting the L on your record. They'll pay you back by like, yeah, you get your money, but we don't think we can make no money off of you, so you fighting in Mexico. You defending your belt in Mexico. You come on over here to Saudi Arabia and defend your belt on the undercard and see how that shit go for you. He playing this shit all wrong, homeboy. You'll see though. You'll see when it's too late, man. You'll see when it's too late. Now, moving on, KQ. Let's get to this fight between Richard Torres and Guido Valinelo, the main event on the Top Rank card last night. What's your thoughts on that fight with Richard Torres and Guido, man? How'd you think that was? I thought it was a sloppy, ugly fight and just ugly for sure. But go ahead.
Like one of my subscribers said, who told Guido he was a boxer? Because I didn't see him working in behind a jab. Matter of fact, I didn't even see the jab. And the little smaller heavyweight was bagging the bigger heavyweight up. And that like really shocked me. Now, I will say this. First of all, let me take Richard Torres. All right. He been fighting so-so competition too damn long. It's time to step up. This supposed to have been a step-up fight for him. But it seemed like the other opponent was more easier than this fight. Now, Torres is not one of your average heavyweight fighters. He's not Daniel Dubois. All right, he's not an Effie Ajaba. He's not a Deontay Wilder. He's not that bigger type of fighter. So he's more of a middleweight, if anything. Now, of course, he fought Guido. Now, Guido's like kind of timid. He was doing things in there that I never seen before a boxer do. And Torres was pretty much doing what he does. He put a rush on you. He's a southpaw. He put his head in your chest and he winged it. And that's what he was doing, winging upstairs and downstairs. So, but it was sloppy. The referee got fed up with them. And he took a point away. I mean, it was just sloppy. And actually, I couldn't even call the fight correctly because it was always hit and hold. And then, of course, here come Torres. He jumped right on in and boom, bam, almost a head clash. Then they hold it again. Referee get in there, break it up again. And this has went on for 10 rounds. And then they try to open up a little bit in one round, but that's it. That was it. So, I mean, it wasn't too much that we can talk about, but it was sloppy. And Vito need to hang it up and do something else because what he told me last night, man, I didn't see nothing. He had the height. He had the reach. All he had to do is work behind his jab. He couldn't did the 1-2. That would have been effective. The uppercut was there all night. He didn't use it. You know, I don't even think he know how to throw one. You know, so I mean, it is what it is. And please, Vito, don't come back.
We don't. Listen, Top Rank. Somebody from Top Rank, listen to me, man. Go ahead and feed Torres to Jared Anderson to help build Jared Anderson's name back up. And get him going, so that way you can figure out which one you need to promote. Which one you need to spend your money on promoting, right? Then for the sake of your company, y'all losing the ESPN deal or whatever. Looks like y'all about to start working with PBC. That's great. Nick, push Keyshawn, push Abdullah Mason, right? And some of your younger Xander Zayas, and please put them on the main events. Put them on the co-main events. Put them on the main cards and shit, bro. That's your stable right now. It's them young guns, man.
Yep.
Build them young guns up, bro. Build them young guns up, because boy, the shit y'all been doing, like Lindolfo Delgado and Elvis Rodriguez co-main event, trash, right? The main event between Richard Torres and fucking Guido, trash. All right.
Yeah.
Torres is not it. That boy is 6'2" with a 76-inch arm reach. That boy got the length of Tony Harrison, which is good for a 154-pounder, trash for a heavyweight. Go ahead and feed his ass to Jared Anderson and stop playing, man. Go ahead and feed his ass to Jared Anderson. Stop playing so you can be done with Richard Torres. Don't let him. The only main event he should ever do again is if he fighting Jared Anderson. And then for the sake of your company, put Keyshawn Davis at the forefront. Put Abdullah Mason at the forefront. Put them young people at the forefront. Xander Zayas. Let them boys go shine, man. Because this shit, that's them be your best. They best fights be the ones on the undercard, bro.
Yeah.
Jihad Tucker's fight was more entertaining than that fight. We won't have time to talk about Jihad Tucker today, but that fight was more entertaining, man. The little dude chop fight was a better fight than that shit, man. Start pushing these young boys, man. Start pushing these young boys, because that shit was garbage. Okay. So yeah, that's all I got. Richard Torres jumping in, leaning in, just coming in with his head down like a bull in the china shop. The moment, listen to me, y'all. The moment that he fights anybody with any kind of timing and any kind of power, and any kind of boxing ability, they're going to knock his head off his goddamn shoulders. You're not finna be coming in reckless like that against these heavyweights and shit, man. You're not going to be coming in like that against these heavyweights and shit. I'm telling you right now. So, Tiger Johnson is another one who y'all just got at 147. Push him. Brian Norman Jr. Y'all putting Brian, man, you should have put Richard Torres and Guido on the goddamn undercard and gave Brian Norman Jr. his own fucking card. You should have put Torres and Guido on the undercard of Mayer and that lady Sandy Ryan. And let Brian Norman Jr. put his ass on this card somewhere. Because that shit was garbage, man. I never been so bored. I never been so just disgusted in my life with the lack of skill, the wrestling, the grappling and shit. I just, I had to end my night. I want to end my night with this. I don't watch good boxing all goddamn day. I'm watching good boxing. And then I end my night with that shit. Luckily, Tim Tszyu hadn't fought yet. And I was able to go watch the Tim Tszyu fight. Did you watch the Tim Tszyu fight on Prime?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
What you got on that fight? Because if I talk about Torres and Guido anymore, I'll probably lose my boxing knowledge, and I don't want to lose my boxing knowledge by talking about that skillless ass fight. What you think on Tim Tszyu beating the shit out of Joey Spencer, man? What you think of that, man?
Man, first of all, shout out to Jihad Tucker. All right, I don't know why he's still fighting on the undercards. I don't know why he's still fighting on prelims. He should be fighting on the main card. But anyway, yes, Tim Tszyu. He said I'm back. But he did look good. He didn't worry about the vessel in his head this time. Joey Spencer thought he had his number, but he didn't. And that's the worst thing you can do. Go toe-to-toe with Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu started off slow. I will admit that. The crowd was getting a little restless. It was only the first round. The first 2 rounds, he started off slow. But then he picked up the pace. And boy, did he pick up the pace. I mean, he was putting his shots together. He was putting the 1-2s together. And then he come back with a 3-4. Then he started, showing the hand speed. I mean, when Joyce Spencer was getting ready to throw the left hook, Tim Tszyu already had the right hand coming and smacking him with it. You know, that's speed. That was speed. And then he started pretty much putting his shots together. Now, I never seen nobody's face bruise up the way that.
Boy, he had Joey messed up. Somebody go check Tim gloves out this bitch. That boy, he had Joey looking stepped up. Boy, somebody go check his gloves. Shit.
In 1 round, he just smacked the taste out of his face. You know, And I mean, this is like 1 minute in one round. He's put. I mean, yes, there were combinations, and he was hitting hard. He is heavy-handed. I will say that also. But man, he messed this dude's face up, man, in one round. But no, shout out to Tim. But still, you can't say you back because you're not all the way back yet. Because
you ain't fight nobody. No disrespect to Joey Spencer, but we all knew what it was.
Right.
We all knew what it was, man. We know what it is. Listen, for me, man, and that's why I like Tszyu so much. Number one, he a dog and he showed that he'll fight anybody. But number two, when that like Tszyu ain't never gonna be a super defensive fighter, right? But I think he just fought Bakram stupid as hell. Like he fought him dumb, tried to go straight at him, got clipped early, and then could never recover. When he's patient like that and he builds his way into the fight and inches his way closer to you to where he can get into his range, man, that man got some hands, bro. Tszyu got fast hands and mugs. Is powerful. He can fight on the inside. He got to get there. If he can get there responsibly, he can give anybody a problem. He fought Bakram so stupidly, bro. So dumb. And so I can't wait to see this Tszyu Keith Thurman fight that's supposed to be next. Brasher said Keith Thurman is gonna hurt Tszyu. He's gonna have to, because I think they're fighting in Australia. And the ring gonna be little as shit. And if Keith Thurman fire off them counters and he can't hurt Tszyu, and Tszyu is able to corner him and get him on the inside, Keith gonna have his hands full. He gonna have his hands full for sure. But man, I like the performance of Tszyu. I'm glad to see him back. He is one of my favorite fighters. But he's gonna have to continue to try to work on that defense, continue to try to get in responsibly, get to his distance responsibly, where he can show that hand speed, show that slip and rip game, show that counter punching ability, that catch and shoot game. But if he does, his problem's always gonna be KQ. He's only like 5'7", and he's fighting at 154 pounds. His problem is always gonna be finding a way to responsibly break that distance, man. If he can't break that distance responsibly against them guys, it's gonna be 5'11", 6 feet tall with that power and shit. He gonna get Bakram'd and shit. You know what I mean? That same Bakram shit gonna happen to him all over again. I just want to see him fight, man. I like what Tszyu did last night, so we'll see what's next for him. It's supposed to be Keith Thurman. I think it's gonna be a damn good fight, so I can't wait to see it. Do you got anything else on Tszyu?
No, that's about it I got for Tszyu. I'm glad for him. That's a good motivator for him to get back in there and get things going at 154. So, and if someone asks me where the hell is Jamel at, he's training. He's in the gym. Matter of fact, him and his brother are training together. So
rumors that your boy might be on that Tank undercard, man.
Yes.
Yeah, rumors that your boy might be on that Tank. And we know Jamal coming back on the 31st. They training together, and Jamel, there's rumors out there that he might be on that Tank Davis undercard, him and Eris Landy Lara.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that go, man. Not against each other, though. Not against each other, but kind of as on the same card, different fights or whatever. So we'll see.
But they will, bro. They will fight each other. Trust me.
Them real brothers will fight each other. Let me ask you this, man. Jerron Ennis and Montestanianis is this week, man. You want to preview that for us, man? What you looking to see from Jerron Boots Ennis this weekend, man, as we get ready to wrap this show, man?
Man, I want Jerron Ennis to show me why they believe that he's the best at 147. I want Jerron Ennis to show me why I was wrong when I said he wasn't ready. I want him to show up and show out. That's what I want to see. I want everyone to see Jerron Ennis is the glamour division, is 147. I want him to show up and show out more than Terrence Crawford. That's who they compare him to all the time, right? Well, he want to make his own name. He want to make his own style. Well, this is his chance to do it. And I'm looking for him to finish in a high fashion. That's what I'm looking for. So that's what I expect out of him. Now, Stanionis, quiet, subdued, but can punch. And he come in real quiet with him, but you're going to feel it. He go downstairs to the body, and he do a lot of head hunting too much for me, but he will go down body and pretty much check that body. You
Yeah.
know, that's what I expect out of the fight. You know.
Yeah, I think you know, I love the fight this weekend. We get to find out, man. We get to find out. You know, we were always told by Jerron Ennis. We were always told by Bozy Ennis. We were told by diehard Jerron Boots Ennis fans that if you up the level of competition, you're gonna see an even better version of him. He's gonna be even better if he fighting a guy that's not gonna run, if he fighting a guy that's gonna be there to try to bang with him and try to beat him or whatever. We were told we get a better Boots Ennis. Well, you about to fight a strong ass fighter. They're sturdy. They got a good power jab. That's going to throw at the same time as you. That's going to try to go to your body. That's going to have a tight high guard for you to be able to play your high guard games with, peel the guard back, wrap shots around the guard, go to the body, try to throw throwaway shots to get the shot that you want. He going to be right there for you, trying to do his goddamn thing right there with you. So we get to find out a lot about Boots Ennis this weekend, fighting his first unification fight. I think these are 2 of the 3 best fighters in the division. And so I can't wait to watch the fight, man. I can't wait to see it. You got a couple of super chats, KQ, and then we'll wrap the show, man. You got one right above that too.
Okay. Yes, sir. KQ. What's going on? Drink more water, say KQ. Your boy Jamel Coward and want to pop out once the coast is clear. Bud moves up and he wants to fight all of a sudden. Lion turned out to be a cub. Oh, come on, man. You know, man, Drink, man, why you had to do me like that, man? Huh? Man. Oh, man.
At least he gave you $5 to do it.
Man, okay. Nah, that ain't enough for what you said about my boy, man. But that's all right. All right. We got my man, Damon Webster, with that $2 holla, baby. Yes, sir. He said his Boots fight a pay-per-view OG or just a DAZN subscription. I think it's just a DAZN subscription.
Yeah, just DAZN, bro. Yeah. Just DAZN. Drink, your ass ain't going nowhere. Drink talking about if Boots don't turn out to be if it's a boring fight, I'm gonna quit boxing. Cab, you'll never quit. You'll never quit. You degenerate gambler. You'll never go anywhere. You'll never go anywhere. You'll be mad for a day and then you'll be looking at the matchups for the next week trying to get a parlay together. You ain't fooling nobody, Negro. Get the fuck out of here. I'm quitting boxing. If the fight is boring, I'm quitting. Nigga, no, you not. You're gonna be right back next week trying to put a slip together for the fights next week, nigga. We don't believe you.
Man, oh man.
We don't believe you. But KQ, man, look, another great show. I appreciate you, man. You know, we always rocking. So salute to you. For anybody that wants to know, I will be live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night this week. And you know, we drop daily videos all day. I'm about to shoot a couple videos for y'all today right now. So y'all be sure to check those out. KQ, I appreciate you, man. Great show.
Sir, I will be live also. Same time, same place. All right. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll talk to you soon, man. Y'all take it easy, chat. Y'all have a good Sunday, man.
I want to say yes. I'm just talking shit, but you get it. No,
yeah, I get it.
Yep. All right.
I get it.
Okay, with that, man, y'all keep your head on a swivel. Y'all know how I do it, and always living it up. Oh, we out.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers. And just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.